listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Business Talk Radio. You are watching the Listening Mentor. Hi, I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be here with you for our 8-minute session. In case you are just joining us, every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I meet with you on the live to talk about ways to be better communicators, more effective listeners, how to have better relationships, deeper connections, and be more successful in business. Wednesday and Thursday, I reviewed some tips, part 1 and part 2, of how to be a more effective communicator. And today, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. I am a certified holistic life and career coach, a certified meditation teacher, and a certified yoga sculpt teacher. So thank you. So let's get right to it. Okay, this question came from someone who has recently graduated and is selling a certain product by phone. He writes that he's using a script, and he gets many hang-ups when he calls to try to sell his product over the phone. So his question is, how can he get people to listen? I love this question. I started out selling newspapers over the phone, my first job, and just dialing it, rotary phone, and just dial and dial. So, okay, so yes, cold calling, which I believe is this person is referring to, is difficult. So here's what I would suggest. Think about the product that you're selling. What is the value that it brings to other people? So instead of looking at the features that it has, let's say you're selling a newspaper, for example, which nobody's going to be selling that now, I don't think. But anyway, it's easy to hold up. It's something that you can turn. Information is right there. It comes on a regular basis, 7 days a week. It's delivered to your home, whatever the case might have been or still is. So look at what the value is that product brings, the first thing. The second thing is, when you think about how you're going to start off your call, I'm not sure what approach you're using, but the turn off for a lot of people is that you just launch into whatever it is that your pitch is, or that you start asking frivolous questions about the person answering the phone and you haven't gotten any permission to ask those questions. So what I would suggest is, first of all, who is your audience? Who are the people that you're calling? And maybe you're just being given a list. We'll try to do some research, if you can, about potentially the demographics, the location, maybe how your product solves a need for that particular area, for that demographic. And then when you call up and someone answers the phone, I would introduce myself, and then I would say, may I have 5 minutes of your time to whatever the value is. Share something with you about how you can save money, how you can increase productivity, how you can reduce turnover. So look at it into bite-sized messaging that way that directly lets that person know that you have something of interest for them. Now, you may get people to engage and say, well, I'm actually not interested in hearing anything about productivity because we know what we're doing. Oh, so then you could probe a little further. It's all about asking insightful questions. How are you measuring your productivity today? Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure that we actually are. I don't handle that. That's handled by XYZ. So now you've gotten engagement from that person and you've kept them on the line. So I would try that approach and let us know how it goes. Thank you for the question. Okay, the next question is, I have recently accepted a position in management, and I'm wondering, how do I connect with my new team to build relationships? Excellent question. And by the way, congratulations on your new position. That sounds very exciting. So how do we build relationships? we get to know people. How do we get to know them? By asking powerful, insightful questions. And if you've been watching any of my 8-minute lives from last week or this week, when it comes to being an effective listener, effective communicator, I'm just going to state this again. It's not about you. It's not about you being right. It's not about what your judgment is, what your opinion is, what your thoughts are. It's putting all of that to the side and focusing on the other person and getting the trust from the other person, because you are there listening. You are there in a listening capacity, asking insightful questions so that you can build a relationship with that person. Now, what type of questions should you ask? Okay, there are a lot of times I see this with my clients. People are in relationships and they're asking very superficial questions. Many times conversations start out with the weather. I mean, I still have this even on the show. We start talking about the weather because that's something that everybody can relate to. And it's kind of disarming. But at some point you have to get to the questions that are going to dig down and drill down where you actually can form a connection. But you can't just do that unless you have the trust of the other person. And how do you build that trust? By listening, by being attentive, by not interrupting, by putting yourself in their shoes. So you're going to start to notice certain patterns of what I'm saying, because I'm coming back to the same thing pretty much every time. It's about trust. It's about listening. It's about asking insightful questions, not interrupting, and actually really caring. When you care, it comes through. So I hope that that was helpful, whether you're watching on the live or watching on the replay. If you're interested in sending in your questions, and by the way, thank you to that person for that question, you can send them to my email, which is Jacalyn@drjacalyn.com. And here is my banner for that. Something exciting that I'm doing every month, in addition to these 3 live events each week, I am hosting an online seminar. And this seminar is really, truly, seriously for everyone. This seminar is the power of listening. It's 90 minutes of power learning that will help you be a better listener. And you can attend during the live event, or you can actually attend anytime you want by getting a link that we will send to you, and you can join anytime you want. So we are offering $30 as our early bird special, and you can go over to Instagram, to my Instagram, which is Dr. Jacalyn, and you can join that way by purchasing your tickets there. Or you can go to Eventbrite and you can put in the power of listening. So it is $30 up until tomorrow evening, and then $47. We will be having an interactive session with people. So you'll be watching videos of actual human behavior interactions, and then you'll be answering questions about what you observe, and so your answers will be anonymous. So I really encourage everyone, September 16th, whether you can be there for the live or not, please do try to attend. I promise you will walk away with a lot of learning that you can use in your personal life and your business life. All right, thank you so much for being here. I wish you a beautiful weekend, and I hope you will join us again next week for our 20 shows. See you later. Take care.